Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, dear students. Last time we had discussed about the anatomy of Marsilea, and now we have to discuss about the reproduction in Marsilea. Marsilea follows three types of reproduction: vegetative type of reproduction, asexual type of reproduction with the help of spores, and sexual type of reproduction. In the vegetative type of reproduction, it produces some tubers. These are small bud-like outgrowth, and these contain reserve food material, and these are always arise from the subterranean part, that is the rhizome, that grows beneath the soil, and it bears unfavorable condition, and when the favorable conditions arrive, it germinates from the new plant. In the asexual type of reproduction, Marsilea is heterosporous. Heterosporous means producing two types of spores, that is microspores and megaspores. And these microspores and megaspores are produced within the spore containing body, that is the sporocarp. And you can see these sporocarps are attached to the basal part of this outgrowth over here as well and here, and these different type of distribution of the sporocarp, like a single over here and a triad shape in over here, and here is again a triad, and here is a row of this sporocarp, and these different type of sporocarps are produced from the different type of species. Like this A type is produced in Marsilea polycarpa, mean having many sporocarp, Marsilea polycarpa. And this B type is found in Marsilea quadrifolia, and this C type is found in Marsilea minuta. So this different type of distribution of the sporocarp, at the base of this is the distinctive characteristics of different species. These sporocarp are spore bearing bodies, and these are bean shaped or ovoid shaped or circular, and green. When they are young, they are very soft, and they turn hot and dark brown on maturity, and these are attached to the basal part as I have discussed earlier. This is the structure of the sporocarp. This has a stalk or peduncle, and this has a body, and this body is fused with this stalk, and where it fused with this stalk there is a ridge, a furrow and ridge over here, and this ridge is called raphe, and outer wall is much hard, so the dehiscence or breaking of this sporocarp takes time. It contains many spore containing bodies, those are sori or sorus, and sori contain microspores and megaspores, and these sories are covered by the inducum. As you can see that these are sories, these rows are sories containing megaspores or microspores, and these are covered by a layer, and this darker layer is called inducum. So the development of spores within the sporocarp occur. There is always a sporangial initial, so development of microspores and megaspore is similar. There is a sporangial initial, and this sporangial give rise to the archisporial initial and jacket initial, and jacket initial always terminate with the formation of wall, and archisporial initial give rise to the teptum, that this teptum is the nourishing body, and it provides the nourishment for the spores. And spore mother cells, those might be 12 to 16 in number. These spore mother cells, with the help of the meiosis process, give rise to the 4 spores. Each mother cell give rise to 4 spores, so there are up to 16 into 4, 64 spores. And megaspore, in case of megasporangium, only one spore survives while all other disintegrate. But in case of microspores, all the microspores, those are up to 64 in number, they develop and produces male sperms. How the development of male gametophyte from the microspores occur? So from the microspore, it gives rise to the two cells, the antheridial initial and parothelial cell. The antheridial initial is a larger one, while the parothelial cell is a smaller one. The parothelial initial ultimately disintegrate, while the antheridial initial give rise to the jacket cell and androgonial initial. These androgonial initial give rise to the 16 androcytes. Those might be 16 in number, and then these androcytes give rise to the anthrozoids. So this is the development of the microspore. In case of female gametophyte development, megaspore, that is a dome shaped. We will discuss the dome shape in the next life cycle step of this the reproduction part. Megaspore, that is the dome shape, it gives rise to the apical cell that forms the beak of this dome. That might be called archegonial initial, and a larger cell. So that is the large one cell. Mistakenly it is written small in parenthesis. That is the larger cell. It is at the base, and it just doesn't go for further division. And this apical cell or archegonial cell initial give rise to the cover cell and central cell. And you know well that the cover cell provides the neck cell, and the central cell further divide into canal cell and ventral cell. And ventral cell are ultimately the oospores or egg. That is the oosphere. And there is a difference between the oosphere and oospore, and you all students know well about that. Then there is the fertilization between the microspores and megaspores, the sperms and egg cells. Microsporangia and megasporangia will produce this when the spore wall of the microsporangia or the jacket cell of the megasporangia disintegrate. The sperms will be released and the neck will be open for the acceptance of these sperms, and these sperms will move toward the neck, and ultimately the oosphere will be changed into oospore. This is what the life cycle of the Marsilea from the start toward the production of this sporophytic body. This mature sporophytic body, that is the diploid one, 2N, and it has the rhizoids, rhizome, roots, pedicels, leaves, and spore containing body, sporocarp at the base. This is what actually sporocarp look like when it germinates, germinated sporocarp, and with the process of meiosis, it produces megasporangium and microsporangiums, and the microsporangiums give rise to the microspore, and the megasporangium will give rise to the megaspores. Those are haploid in number, and this is what I was talking about, the dome shaped megasporangium, megasporophyte. This one is the apical cell, the beak, and this one is the larger base. Microspores will produce spermatocytes, and then ultimately the sperms. Those are contained within the wall or jacket, and when at the maturity this jacket bursts or disintegrates, the sperm will release. And this one is the Beak are the apical cell or dome shaped this cell, and it contains neck cell over here, and at maturity this neck will burst and it will be ready for the acceptance of the sperms from the microgametophyte, and the sperm will enter over here. The process of fertilization will follow it. Thus the embryo will be produced having a covering, that is the cleptra, and this cleptra is the covering of this embryo that protect it when it is immature, and this embryo will then germinate, and here is the cleptra, again the covering of this embryo, the megaspore wall and the rhizoids over here, and then it will germinate further to form a sporophytic, mature sporophytic body. So this is all about the Marsilea, and I hope you will understand all this life cycle and the stages we have followed from the introduction, the habitat, morphology, anatomy, reproduction, and again at the end at the life cycle. You can ask questions in the comment box, and hopefully I will answer all those questions. Thank you and have a good day.